I wound up in the automotive business after getting educated in art. I studied art, went to Ontario College of Art for a while, George Brown for a while. I was an illustrator for a bit. I didn't enjoy the business of what I did, and every nickel I ever made, I spent it on my car. I played around with cars, just drove sports cars, British sports cars at that time, and I was spending all my money in the same shop. And finally, I just walked in there one day and said, "Hey, give me a job." My very first car was a Ford Cortina, an English Ford. I drove that for a few years, and then the very first new car I bought was at British United Motors on Yonge Street. I bought a 1970 Austin Mini. The first year they came out with wind-up windows, and it cost me $1,945, and it came with an AM radio. I started my own business in 1980. And it's not just Porsches, it's old Porsches. I stay away from modern stuff. I had apprenticed and worked for some guys in a British car shop, doing a mix of race cars and road cars. We did a lot of racing back then, and I was involved in the racing back then. Well, I broke a transmission, which I managed to replace. I had a replacement for it, so between the morning session and the afternoon session, I replaced mine. Unfortunately, one of my good customers, Mike Steplock, his engine blew. He was kind of forced off the track and came back on a little too aggressively, and some engine damage ensued. And although we tried, we couldn't fix it at the track. We pulled the thing apart, and we just didn't have what we needed to get the job done. We worked till 3 in the morning or whatever, and it was the way it is.
Well, I actually bought the car from Joe Alexander, and at that time the driver of the car was Walt McKay. Walt McKay's quite a well-known Canadian racing figure, and he brought me out to the track several times, helped me with the car, helped me to understand it. We raced it for several years as it was when we bought it, and then we stripped it all down, right down to the top, completely rebuilt the car, ground up restoration, and maybe brought it to a little more modern term.
Oh, 914 is a dream to drive. It's a nice weight distribution, easy layout in the car. It's comfortable. It fits my size. It's an easy car to service. It goes wherever you point it, right? And it's quicker than the 911. My name is David Margulies, and I race a Porsche 914-6.